I'm very happy with the way you all have crafted vision and mission statement, because I have done this activity in corporates also, but the kind of responses which I got in this class was really very good. I am impressed with your quality of vision mission statements. You have really crafted very creative and very distinct vision mission statements. Okay. So I can say that you have potential for being a CEO. Okay. Am
Yeah,
I making
thanks, sir.
sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Deepak is already CEO, though.
Okay. Now, some of you are already reaching to that level. Okay. But maybe Shika is an academician, and Sangram, I don't know what's your designation right now. Vijay, you are all senior level people, right? And Anil is definitely on that level. Deepak is also not here today, so we'll see. Okay. So I'm not saying that even though people are sitting on the CEO desk, but they are not really so good in terms of really talking about these things. Okay, I've done training for the senior management also, but I didn't really get such responses which I got from this class. Okay, so let's start now. I'll share my screen. Is my slides visible?
Yes.
Okay, so this was the last activity which we did. This is the mission statement which I created. And I told you that there is a difference between the two, that mission is a highly action oriented statement, where vision is an ambitious statement which doesn't really talk about how you will do these things. Okay. And how you do these things will be spelled out in your mission statement. Your mission statement is the one which is telling you that how you can reach to your vision, what you should be doing uh, to really achieve what you are stating in your vision statement. Okay. Like you are seeing in this particular statement, highest range of product, working on achieving 98% customer satisfaction, 24 hours, what is your delivery time. So all of these things basically talking about some sort of actions. Okay. But it is still not a detailed mission statement. Your detailed mission statement could be much elaborated. Okay. You understand my point? Because this is just a statement. It's not a complete action plan. Are
Correct.
you with me?
It's not an
Okay.
action plan, correct.
Yeah. So entire action plan will be following this particular statement, and you will be having a more detailed picture, more detailed steps in that particular action plan. Okay. But again, it is good enough for sharing with your team, good enough for sharing with the stakeholder, which you can say who are involved in the process of working on it. Okay. So let's move on now. So we have completed our this activity of vision and mission. Now we are moving to the strategic analysis. Yes, anybody is having something? Anyone want to ask something? Okay. If not, then we will be okay. So when we talk about strategic analysis, there are few important tools which we are going to really see in coming slides, or we'll be talking in the coming sessions. Okay. So first we'll be talking about the core competency analysis. Okay. Then your core business, required input, sort, pestle, Potter five forces, and balance scorecard, etc. Many other. Okay. So here I am just using the word called analysis, because your analysis will help your strategies to be more firm, more precise, and more, you can say, rational in terms of achieving your business objective. Right? Am I making sense? Rationalization is very important in management. Anything or everything which we do, we need to do with the rational thinking. Am I
Correct.
audible?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
We
sir.
cannot go ahead with gut feelings only. So we should have a proper
Absolutely.
reasons.
Very correct, Vijay, because your gut feeling, your assumption, your intuitions are basically, yes, they could really sometimes try to dominate your thinking or your mind. But unless and until you don't have facts and figures, you cannot really prove that your gut feeling or your intuitions are really correct. Okay. So all the time you shouldn't be really taking decisions or steps just based on your gut feeling or your intuitions, right? So
Right.
assumption, intuitions, and gut feeling are something. I'm not saying you should ignore them completely because they are also having a basis of something. But unless and until you don't get the facts and figure, your gut feeling has no meaning. Okay. So
Yeah.
to support it, you must really collect information, do some analysis, and after that, prove it. Yes, it is what your mind was thinking, and accordingly go for it. Okay. So I'm sure that you heard about this term called USP. Frequently, marketing people use this. It is
Yes.
known as unique selling point or unique selling proposition, right?
Yes.
I'm sure everybody has its own USP. If I ask you your own USP, you will be saying, yes, I am good in this. I am good in communication. I am good in analysis. I am good in statistical calculation. I am good in that. I am a creative person. So everybody has its own USP. But we are not talking about the individual's USP. We are talking about your organization USP. Okay. And another term which is used for USP is what we call standout. That you can see there is a row of green apple and there is a red apple coming out of it, right?
Correct.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. But how we should really find out what is our USP and what is our competitive edge? Because this is the thing which is helping you in terms of dominating or beating your competitors because of this particular thing. Okay.
The
So
business analysis comes in picture here.
absolutely right. Absolutely right. But sometimes finding your USP is not so very easy because what you are doing, your competitors are also doing the same thing. Okay. Now, if it is a distinct USP that, oh, this feature or this technology is only with us, no other company is using. For example, there was a time when Apple has launched the Apple iPhone. Uh, it was the only phone which was having a multi-touch uh, option because other phones which were available that time were coming with the stylus and they were all single touch. You have to touch on a specific point to get the response from the screen. Whereas the Apple was the first company to launch the phone with the multi-touch, where you can actually touch the phone with two fingers on the screen. You can zoom the map, you can zoom the image, you can zoom anything, right? Remember? Then
Yes.
slowly Android has taken over this particular USP of Apple. Then Apple started selling the phone by saying, oh, we have the biggest app store. The number of apps which are available on our app store is some lakhs that time. But Apple was charging the developer for putting their apps on the Apple store, where Android made it free. So the USP of Apple was quickly taken over again by Android by getting the same number of app which is available on Apple Store. The same apps which is available for iOS is also available now on Android Store, Play Store, right? So can we say that is it still a USP? Rather than today, if you see, Android is having Google Play Store is having more number of apps than Apple Store. Okay. After making everything free, the developer has switched to the Android. Am I making sense? I'll give you one more USP. You probably remember BlackBerry phone.
Yeah.
What was the USP of BlackBerry phone? One time it was called as a CEO's phone. So what
QWERTY
USPs?
keypad. QWERTY keypad. It started with
Absolutely right. It was the first phone which is introduced with the QWERTY keyboard, which is a
And
full-featured
encryption
keyboard
also
with
one
type
of
of.
the point actually in Blackberries.
Huh? Yes,
Encryption, the messages and all were encrypted.
encryption. Yes, security was very high.
Yeah.
There were two, three more USPs. Let me just ask others to really tell what USPs were there in the BlackBerry phone. You remember BlackBerry used to charge for BlackBerry service, and BlackBerry used to send a push email. Push email is just like how the SMS appeared on your screen. As the mail comes, notification comes that so-and-so person has sent the mail. Previously, there was no other phone which was having a push email because of the BB service, which was all the time having an internet connectivity. Right? You remember, na?
Yes.
CEOs used to get email even though when they were in holidays, and they hate BlackBerry phone because of this reason, because they can't ignore messages. If they used to ignore messages, the company used to send them memos, right? The managers who were given the BlackBerry phone from the company, they used to get the push email. Push email was just like what you are getting in your Android phone or Apple phone nowadays. All smartphones are having a push email. Okay, only thing is that you can stop the notification by going into settings. Otherwise, the notification, whether you put or not, the mail will be there in your mailbox. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
This is called as a push email. The system will push the mail to your mailbox. Okay. But notification is again your choice to keep it on or keep it off. Okay. Second thing, when we talk about the BlackBerry phone, another USP was a BB Messenger. Okay, which was a chat application, or you can say, yeah, it was a chat application, right? So
Yes.
people used to chat in the BlackBerry Messenger that time, but that USP was also taken over by the WhatsApp. WhatsApp is now available cross-platform, whether it is Android, Apple, Windows, Symbian, all kind of operating system WhatsApp developed. Even for BlackBerry also WhatsApp was available. So the point is all the USPs of the BlackBerry phone was taken away by other operating systems and the phone makers, right? So you can't preserve your USP all the time. When you create a USP, your competitor will slowly try to catch you, maybe not in the same way, but the other way. जो कोडिंग iOS ने की वैसी ही कोडिंग एंड्रॉइड ने की, बट उनका ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम अलग है, फाइल सिस्टम अलग है, बट इट गिव्स द सेम फंक्शनैलिटी. एग्री और डिसएग्री?
Yes, agree. Yeah.
टच स्क्रीन भी वैसा ही है एंड्रॉइड फोन का. इट्स द सेम सेंसिटिविटी एंड सेम इन टर्म्स ऑफ एप्लीकेशंस. Okay, and now when we talk about the BlackBerry QWERTY keyboard, that QWERTY keyboard is available for all smartphones in the touch format, right? So
Yes.
now that is the reason BlackBerry has gone out of the market, because they can't preserve their USP, and they have not released any other feature apart from what they were using at that time. Okay, and that was the time when the BlackBerry service was very expensive. Okay, because it was having internet connectivity throughout. I don't know, it was coming through the BlackBerry server. The encryption was definitely one of the things, but now all the phones are equally secure. Okay. So let's move on. How we should create USP. There are some simple techniques which I am going to share with you. Okay, but before that, probably let's watch this video. Okay, this guy is also talking about the same thing which I am having my next slide. Okay, but I suggest all of you are at the senior level. If you really were working on your business strategies, you can find some free templates or the tools on this particular website. And that is the reason I put the link for this particular website. Okay, they are giving a lot of free tools for balance scorecard or quarter 5 forces, benchmarking, all sort of templates are available free of cost. So if any of you are really trying to use the strategic tools for your own business, this site is a good site to check. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just play this video for making this USP little clear for you all.
Welcome to Praxi Best Practices. I'm Soren
Is the audio
Kaplan,
coming,
co-founder of Praxi.
Yes. Come in.
USP analysis, or unique selling proposition analysis, is a tool where you can identify that value proposition essentially that you want to provide to customers that you're serving that differentiates you. So when you think about your USP analysis, you want to focus on your product, the value the product is providing by the benefits that it's achieving, the marketing that you're going to do to position your product in the market and what will differentiate you, and of course the organizational success factors that will have to go into delivering that product to the market. If you look at those things in combination, that's your unique selling proposition. It's your USP. So focus on those things for each of your products because they may differ. And then you can combine those and look across them to create an overarching business strategy. For more best practice templates and applications, visit praxi.com.
Okay, guys, actually, his tool is based on, you can say, some formulas on Excel or something. So you can get these templates and use according to your own convenience. But I have created one for myself, for you people only, for teaching purpose. I'll share that with you. Okay. So what I'm saying, you can either use the ready-made template or you can use this one which I have created. Now here I have created a scoring system, okay, which is giving a score out of 10. Okay. Now I'll just come back to this slide, but before that, let me just show you what I have created. Okay. Now this side USP factors are, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We can hear.
So this side USP factors are purely your choice, what factors you want to compare or what factors you want to put. I have put some factors from my own understanding that these are the common ones which could be used by everybody. Okay, so your company, your closest competitor number 1, closest competitor number 2, and you keep on adding. So I suggest that take first 2 or 3, that is good enough to really compare. Now, if you are saying pricing, so are your pricing is higher than your competitor 1 or 2? If you are high, then definitely you give low score to yourself. Okay. If their pricing is lower than you, they are probably, you will give more score to them. Product quality, again, based on your own assessment about their quality and your quality, you can, because this is something which is again a subjective thing based on your own assessment. Okay. Or you can take a team of people who will give a joint score. Okay. It's not that alone you should do it. You can do it with a group of team and then say that what do you think about, and then average the score. Features, range, appearance, ease of ordering, speed of delivery, reliability of the product, guarantee, warranty, etc. Many things. Okay. After sales service. So when we talk about these factors, when you are giving a score out of 10 to all the 3 companies, let's see whose score is higher or lower. Total score. Now, when your total score is higher, then probably you are definitely doing pretty good compared to your competitor. But if there is no significant difference between the scores of the 3 competitors, then I'm sure that the market is very open and you are not really having a very distinct USP. You may be high score on one, but low score on another. So if the scores are, overall score is equal for all the 3 companies, then probably it is anybody's market. It is not fixed for you. The percentage share of market is again divided among the 3 companies. But if you want to dominate the market, you need to really work hard on all the USP factors, especially the critical USP factors. For example, quality is one, price is another one, and the features. And I can say
Appearance also.
Yeah. Appearance also. Yes, because nowadays aesthetic looks matter. Okay. Because if you see, I'll give you one example. The highest selling car is the Seltos in the market, which is worst in its product quality. Reason being, impact test, the car is actually crashed in or break into 2 pieces. Right or wrong?
Yeah, so that's exactly what I was thinking. Like when you are evaluating these independent USP factors, the ranking, the marks that you provide will not be the same. Like yes. Quality of product could be 2, pricing can be 4. And it also depends on which market you are playing. It's not that some markets more demand, like they expect a better quality, pricing probably they can afford. And some markets are very price-centric markets. just the first thing that comes to mind when I want to buy a product is, okay, price. Second is quality, features. I can compromise on features. So probably this competitive edge is more related or more relevant also to market area, geography.
Absolutely right. Very true, Anil, because, if you are going to the country like, say, Sri Lanka or Bangladesh, where the affordability is low, probably the pricing will be the first factor to consider in mind. In India, even,
I would still give them the benefit of doubt. India is probably the most price-sensitive market ever in the world.
Price-sensitive market, true.
Correct.
They always expect value for money. I mean, no wonder the highest selling car has the zero rating on the security safety. So this competitive edge is a very good tool for us to understand the value of that particular product in that particular market. And also, if you look into like the market in Mumbai is different from the market in tier 2, tier 3 towns. So probably it's also subjective, as you rightly said.
Correct. Thank you for sharing. Okay,
yeah, and one of the thing is advertisement also should be the factor or marketing strategies. So that also plays vital role.
Correct. Because see, you all are aware this car is low on security, but still highest selling car. Every month they are selling roughly 9,000 cars. Okay, every day, sorry. Okay, that is not a small number. So 9,000 car per day, if Kia is selling, certainly the market is really very favorable for car, even though it is the poor quality product. But the appearance is good, and probably the pricing and features may be attracting the customer, and that is maybe the factor for Kia to dominate the market. Okay, whereas Mahindra and Tata high on security, but still they are struggling. They are not struggling badly, but compared to Kia, they are not really that much in number. Okay. So is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Now, what I can say
5 months back.
What I can say, you can always change these factors. These factors are totally your own choice. What factors you want to compare? Guys, it is saying 10 minutes, we'll reconnect, but okay. Yep. So these factors you can add or you can delete what is written on my slide. It's not hard and fast. Okay. Now we are moving to the another tool which is very much related to this particular analysis. Okay. That is called as benchmarking analysis. So benchmarking analysis and USP, they are almost the same thing. According to me, I'm not really treating them different, but since in the business world, there are two terms, okay, benchmark or USP. You agree with me? In any USP analysis, you need to do the benchmarking only, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you set the benchmark, then what's the point? In most of the cases, in USP, a competitor who creates a product creates a benchmark. So then you are already there.
Yes.
So the first one to have the competitive edge would be the benchmark for others.
Correct.
See, the only difference probably when we say benchmark is we are taking the topmost company in the benchmarking. Okay. Maybe we are not the one who is really leading, or we are the number one in the market. So that is the reason we benchmark ourselves with the best one or the best practices. That is how the benchmarking has been taught in the B schools, that you need to compete yourself with the topmost company, the biggest. Okay. So for example, any company which is entering into the cell phone business, they need to keep two companies in mind. One is Google and the another one is Apple. Okay. Or maybe Samsung and Apple, not Google, because Google is making very less number of phones compared to Samsung and Apple. So if any new player is entering, so for example, any Indian company like there was, what is the name? Micro something was a company.
Micromax.
Micromax. Okay. So if Indian brand Micromax has to really produce their phones, now if they really want to give competition and want to really become the good company, they have to keep two companies in mind. One is Apple and another one is Samsung. Okay. That is how they can really think. Okay, I'm not saying they will become immediately Apple or Google or say Samsung. So point is that yes, but again, benchmarking is what for the best practices. Okay, so that is another analysis, but it has very close connection with USP. That is why I'm saying it has to be done hand in hand. You can't really say benchmarking, I'll do it separately, and competitive edge or USP, I'll do separately. So according to my understanding, I usually say to my students that they both go hand in hand. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Benchmarking and USP, you believe will go hand in hand.
Yes, correct, correct.
I see.
Okay, so let me just show you something on USP analysis, sorry, benchmarking analysis. Okay. See, it's an interesting picture here. There's a lion and a cat. Okay, now what do you see here? Anybody want
Large
to
scale,
comment on
small
this?
scale.
No,
I think
this,
wrong benchmarking.
no,
I
no,
would
no.
say
This
wrong
lion is
benchmarking.
Apple and this cat is Micromax.
Ah,
But actually, you know, they both belong to the same family. They are into same business. Okay,
So we are
cat
kind of
family. One is a
considering
big,
phone family. We are comparing then Apple
correct,
Micromax,
correct.
and here it is cat family. Yeah.
Correct, correct. So, you know, only thing is the aggression has to be seen same. If you are benchmarking, you can see both are in the same pose. Okay. Where definitely the roar of a lion is definitely cannot be compared with the cat mew. But again, that is what is the vocal cord given to the cat by the god, right? Domestic cat. But they are both coming from the cat family, big cat and the small cat, right?
correct.
Okay, so this small cat is Micromax and that big cat is either Samsung or Apple. Okay, but aggression is same.
Yes.
Okay, now how the benchmarking normally to be done, I'll show you a process, simple tool. Okay. So you need to define your processes, then you need to really collect the data, then you need to compare your data with your rivals, do the analysis, take corrective actions, and repeat. So it is just like a Kaizen process. You keep on comparing yourself, innovating yourself, improving yourself, and that is what we call the benchmarking is. Okay. As the term stands, benchmarking, which means two students sitting on the same bench in the class, they are generally competing with each other. Benchmarks. Okay. That is how the term benchmark actually has come from. Okay. Or maybe two students in the same class but from the different school. That's also benchmarking. Okay.
Yeah.
And PhD scholar from MIT ADT and PhD scholar from IIM, same, no difference. Okay.
We are
Benchmark.
best, sir.
Eh? You are better, right? So I can say that you are the lion and that IIM guys are cat. Okay. Okay. Fine. Let's come. Okay. So here you can see pictures of some browsers. They are actually doing the same purpose or the same job, but they all say we are more secure, we are more faster, and keep with the time. People choices are changing. Today, you are probably saying that Chrome, but now Chrome is also vanishing, and people have shifted to Microsoft Edge, right?
Yes.
There was a time Internet Explorer was the first one. Then people find Internet Explorer was very outdated and slow. Then people have shifted to Mozilla Firefox and then Chrome. And Mac users were using Safari. And there was third one,
Opera.
which was with VOI, what they call it? The sites which can't be accessed from one time zone. There is one term that I'm forgetting that. Okay, leave it. That's some technical term. So
VPN.
now,
VPN. VPN they call.
GP. Yes,
VPN.
VPN. Correct,
Yeah.
correct. So Opera browser was the one which introduced the VPN settings easy. Okay, and they were giving some free, so certain time zone or certain country which sites are only available for that country, you can even open with the Opera browser, right? So each has their own strength and you can say security and all, but they all do the same purpose. Okay. Now the time has changed. Chrome is also not gaining the popularity, rather it becomes Microsoft Edge. Okay. So do you know what is the reason?
Yeah, most people use my Windows machine and it is a default browser, the Edge.
Windows machine default browser, and secondly, Microsoft Edge is also Chromium based browser. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
It is using
Yeah.
the same technology which Chrome is using, but it has some additional features. Now they are having a chat bot built in with the AI tool. Okay, which can draft your mail and all, which now Google has also introduced in Gmail. But Microsoft AI tool has been rated even better than Chat GPT. Okay. So which is
But their
built in.
search
अगर
engine is
आपको
still
mail draft
pathetic.
करना है,
So
नहीं, अगर आपको प्रोफेशनल मेल ड्राफ्ट करना है तो you can use the Microsoft Edge. There is a tool, there is a small what they call it, plugin आप इंस्टॉल करो
Add-on.
उसका, वो बहुत अच्छा ड्राफ्ट करता है. I just used it for testing purpose, so I love it actually. So I'm not really saying that I'm promoting. Microsoft is not paying any money to me for promote their Edge browser, but since it's my own experience which I'm sharing with you. Okay.
I
I
have a
should
question.
charge
How
Bill
do you
Gates.
get all this tech news, sir? Where do you read it?
It's my interest. Okay. So I suggest you, if you try using Microsoft Edge, there is a plugin you install for AI tool. It is very helpful for drafting mail or drafting long essays or something, because it is better than Chat GPT and it is rated